Sorry, I'm just doing all the noises and shit in there. Hey! CoCo be going live. 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 Every day I'm tuned in. CoCo be going live.
I'm the real CoCo, back with another episode of CoCo's Tea, episode 84, y'all. Now, this week's episode is going to be a little different because there was a local conversation that I felt was productive or healthy to bring to a larger audience outside of the state of Alabama. So I have a special guest who's going to help me out today. My brother.
Hey.
You gonna say who you are?
It's your boy DJ CJ Tha Sticman. Follow me on Instagram at CJ Tha Sticman.
Yes, this is my bro. I've known CJ for a long time. Like, I've known him since I was in high school.
Guess what, y'all? She said, I'm special.
Okay.
I'm the special guest today.
All right.
Look here, I gotta pick at you.
Why?
Because it's the first time I ever got featured on the podcast.
You know what? You are absolutely right. This is your first time.
That's right. That makes this special.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right. Well, you do hold us. You know, I wrote CJ a whole love letter on my Instagram. And do you know, his comment on my post was, at DJ CJ Stickman, hashtag CJ Stickman approved. I said, so you just gonna ignore the fact that I said I love you, like, on Instagram? Like, I gave you a whole post, nigga.
I love you too, but everybody don't get the CJ Stickman approved hashtag.
I don't care about that hashtag.
That's right.
I care about the words, not a hashtag. Anyway.
Crickets.
Okay, so this past week, there was an ongoing debate, probably for like 2 or 3 days, on social media, because there was a list. So you guys know a couple weeks ago, whoever posted that list on social media, the top 50 rappers, well, it spilled over to being list of everything else ever since then. So there was a list here of the top Alabama rappers and I guess producers or just rappers from the state of Alabama.
Right.
And I brought CJ on because it was a lot of talk about YBN Nahmir. And I feel like, one, I'm a little misinformed because I feel like that's a whole different generation that I'm not a part of when they talk about, you know, music and who put who on and et cetera, et cetera. And then secondly, I may be a little biased because Nahmir is my god brother. That's my little baby. So, of course, I want to defend him. Right. So, okay, so there was a list of 14 different rappers, and YBN Nahmir was listed as number 14, with TLE Cinco at number 1. Now, for you guys who are not from Alabama, I actually played TLE Cinco's Money song. Is that what it's called, just Money?
You got one joint called Money, and the other joint, the joint that's really, really going up right now is Check This.
Okay. I think I've heard Check This. I need to go re-listen to it. But TLE Cinco I did feature on the podcast a few months ago. It's called I Get All the Money. Hey. Okay, that song was cute or whatever. So the list sparked a huge conversation across the state with rappers and producers, and then YBN Nahmir heard about the list and decided to do an Instagram live where basically he said this.
Everybody open doors, bruh. Nigga, nobody open no fucking doors like me, nigga. I did this shit, nigga. Look at the fucking stats, nigga. Check the stats, you dumbass niggas. What is you niggas talking about? Nigga, nothing lying, nigga. No stats lying, none of that shit lying. What is you niggas saying? What? You could check all that shit you goddamn self. What is you saying? Nigga, and everybody came after me, nigga. The only nigga that was rapping that's turned for real, right now, to be honest, that was rapping before me, nigga, was OMB Peasy, nigga. What the fuck is you niggas talking about? None of these niggas was rapping. Lil Soldier nigga came out last year. Nigga, Rollo, nigga, wasn't nobody listening to this nigga a fucking year ago, nigga. What is you niggas talking about? Niggas do not know these niggas is from Alabama like that. But what? They know they from Alabama now, of course, because of me. Shit, and Say Cheese and all the niggas is focused on Alabama because of me, bitch. Because of me, nigga. Wasn't nobody talking about no fucking Alabama before me, nigga. What is you talking about? Say Cheese came, rolled dick, and turned that bitch up, nigga. What you talking about? Nigga, all the YBN niggas had that bitch turned, nigga. Day, nigga. Me, nigga. Jay, what is you niggas talking about? Nigga, we had that whole blunt. What you niggas talking about? I don't even have to go to Birmingham, nigga. What is you saying? Because I done played my part and I done did all that shit for everybody, nigga. Niggas talking. Period. Oh, GD. niggas is talking.
All right, so let's preface this by going ahead and saying that YBN Nahmir is 20 years old. So obviously there's going to be some things that he is saying that one is very biased to what he's only seen on this earth in the last 20 years.
Right.
It's going to be biased to his experiences and what he's done in his career that he's only been in the industry for a couple of years, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and he's 20. He's going to say a lot of things that are immature.
Right. I mean, think about it. You know, Tupac did that. Game did
Absolutely.
it. I mean, all these artists in their younger years have done some crazy stuff. Okay, and I mean, I can't knock him from not knowing. I mean, think about it. I mean, he don't really know about what happened back in the day as far as like with red light district.
But should he? Because if you say that you in the industry, and I think this is an ongoing conversation that a lot of OGs in the industry are having, is that these kids don't necessarily give a fuck about the people who came before them, the people who opened up doors, the people who have paved the way for them to be where they are today.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like they should be understanding that history, where they came from?
They should be understanding some of that history where they came from. I mean, if you really want to go all the way back, I mean, you got the Temptations. They all came from Birmingham. Okay,
That's a fact.
You got Lionel Richie. He was from Tuskegee.
Right.
I mean, it's plenty. You got the group Alabama. They were from most shows. I mean, you got a lot of history from Alabama. So
Right.
I can't really necessarily say that he opened the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you come all the way up to his generation, no.
And when we say his
You-
generation, let's give a timestamp, like year.
uh,
2015 on.
2015 on.
Okay.
No, he's absolutely right.
Okay.
He is absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was actually checking for no artists from Alabama or really putting the spotlight on Alabama
Mm-hmm.
until this YBN movement got moving.
Right.
But now, a lot of OGs are hating and going on because they feel like what he said was real wrong. And I agree, it was. I think it could have been done in a different way. It really could have been done in a different way. But still, hey, right now, who else around here can say they got world status?
And I want to get back to that.
World tour status.
Okay, so before we get to that, because that is a good point that I wanted to bring up, but I want to go back to a lot of the commotion that was going on social media around the time that this list was put out and everything that was said, right? So a lot of people were criticizing YBN because they said that the only reason why he's even talking about it was because he was at the bottom of the list. If he was anywhere else, he probably wouldn't have been saying anything. And then a lot of people were criticizing him because they were saying that he hasn't put anybody else on from Birmingham, and Hood Zone, the producer that he was working with on the music, they haven't been putting any people on per se. And I want to talk about what that means in a second as well. And some people even say that he's caused some issues. Now, I don't know what those issues are. But I want to talk about putting on, because me and you, we both work here at 95.7 Jams, and a lot of artists are always looking for us to put them on. And I think we both hate that term, because it's like...
Well, I tell you what, when we get to the put them on or put people on, okay. All right. You know, we got the show here, Alabama Now, right? Mm-hmm. You know, I do the live listening session.
So, explain to the people what Alabama Now is, for the people who don't live in Birmingham.
Alabama Now is a platform that we put out there for Alabama local artists to get in and get some shine. We can't give everybody shine, you know, because everybody can't. It's like running water through a hose.
Well, everybody and their daddy want to be a rapper.
Everybody all the water wants to come through, but it's only gonna come through one way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everybody can't get shine, but some artists that make it through. But when we put the avenue out there for them to come through, there are certain rules and certain things that you have to do.
There are guidelines that you have to follow.
Right. We got one simple guideline.
No cussing.
No cussing. Send in clean music.
Niggas can't.
60% of the music that came through the live session the last one was dirty. It was even label clean. You had one artist had a song that was clean and messed up. You know what messed up his song? His producer's little tag at the beginning of the song.
Oh, what the tag say? Fuck these niggas up.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, no.
Yeah.
Don't get mad when you're not listening.
Right. So there are certain there's work that you have to put in yourself in order to be quote unquote put on. And one mantra that I like to live by in this industry, and this isn't just in music, but I think anything in life, period, is that it's about being prepared for the opportunity.
Right.
Opportunity is not necessarily going to be you could be talking to Birdman. If you're not prepared for that moment with Birdman, then you're wasting everybody's time.
Example, like if you, let's say you play a song for him, he be like, "Yeah, what's your next move?" Hey, I'm gonna buy you this Porsche, and I'm gonna give you this chain. I'm finna get ready to put you on. Hey, make sure you get ready to come on here because I need you to sign this paperwork. What's your next move?
They don't know because they don't treat it like a business. You have to have a business plan together.
No, all you see is that Porsche and that chain. You don't realize that paperwork.
You sign your life away.
Yeah, exactly. He finna take everything you got.
Yeah.
Including the music that you made before you got signed with him. You don't get none of your masters. You don't get none of your royalties. You didn't go through and try to figure out or learn any of the business, which is something that we try to teach all the time. Telling people, hey, make sure you get your music registered here. Make sure you get this done. Make sure you get your tune card count set up. Make sure you are able to get your ISRC codes for your music so you can collect your own royalties. Don't leave that in the hands. Don't leave your money in nobody else's hands.
You should be having all of your business dealings dealt by you.
Right.
I agree with that. So a lot of people were saying that even though YBN didn't put anybody from Birmingham on, that he essentially put on YBN Corday and YBN Little Almighty J. Is that his name? Or
Almighty J?
Little Almighty YBN J. Something like that, yeah. So from what I understand is that the three of them already had a relationship prior to Nahmir even being signed. And so it was just natural for them to kind of follow this YBN movement.
Right.
So, I think one of the things that is true is that I don't hear Nahmir talk about, unless you are a fan that follows his music or his Instagram, his IG lives, his Twitters, and really listening to what he's saying outside of just his music, you don't necessarily know or hear him putting Birmingham or Alabama on. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that's true?
Well, I mean, what artists do you really hear this? Really just in every song that they do, talking about their hometown. No, they're talking about what's relevant. They're talking about what's hot. They're doing the new dances. They're out here entertaining audiences. I mean, that's what I would say. Do what everybody else is doing.
Well, I think that's true, but I think in a lot of senses you hear different artists. They may not say Birmingham, they may not say Alabama, but they pay homage in different ways by, playing a particular instrument that is more widely known here in the state, or maybe using a sample from, let's just say, Doe B or something like that, and he, puts his own spin to it. Like, I think there's different ways in which artists can pay homage to those who came before them, and also paying homage to where they are from.
But that's on the producer that makes the track, if they're going to sample.
Yeah, but that has to be an idea that the artist comes up with.
No, the artist...
Artists don't come up with ideas like that?
The artist's responsibility is to come up with the lyrics to the song. When they're in the studio, you know who controls what's going on in that studio.
So you're telling me that the artists don't have any control as to what the music sounds like?
Of course they got control over that. But I'm saying, when they're in that studio and they're recording, you know who's responsible for the outcome of that song? The person behind the board. Same way you're responsible for the
I get that, but if the artist doesn't go to the producer and say, hey, I want to sample Doe B, then it's not going to be done.
No, the producer that makes the track gets that done. Now, once they make the song,
but why would the producer do that?
Why would the producer do that? Because he made a dope beat.
I'm not
Pun
following.
intended.
I'm not following.
You're not following.
I'm not following because my
So
thing is this: if I'm the artist and I know that I want to, there's a particular dope beat song that I heard that I love the music, and I'm like, you know what? I really want to sample that and pay homage to my state. Let me see if I can get it cleared by this producer, and then see if we can sample it.
But if an artist wants to have a song done like that, then that's where it starts with the artist. They go to the producer.
That's my point.
I want to get this beat done, and I want you to do this.
Okay, but that's my point. You were making it seem as if the artist has no say in the
No, I'm not saying the artist
produced.
has no say in the music that's produced. I'm saying when they're in that studio, if they're getting with a producer or they're buying beats that a producer has already made, the end result comes from that producer that's behind that board.
Okay.
So let's say I'm over here and I'm doing this, and you're the producer. You may say, hold on. Hey, you didn't do that hard enough. Go back and do it again. And let's say you done been in the studio, y'all done been there. All right, you do that verse one more time, but I want you to do this, and I want you to add this little extra flair to the hook.
Yeah, no, I agree that like an artist's ear is going to be different and maybe even less developed than the producer.
Right.
So I understand that aspect of it. I think we are just looking, artist has full control as to the content of what they want something to sound like. That's the point. Okay. And so I think a lot of people are not really hearing. People even say that YBN Nahmir doesn't really sound like he's from Birmingham. He kind of, in my opinion, and this is no knock on him at all. I mean, you sound how you sound.
You sound how you sound.
He said, but he does sound like almost like he's a West Coast rapper. He has this very, well, I don't even want to say West Coast because he sounds to me. I've even compared him to like a Wiz Khalifa. That's why I really like the song Cake. That's the song he has with. So he sounds a lot like Wiz Khalifa to me, just in the way, the tone and the delivery.
Well, I mean, people tend to gravitate to where they have ties. I mean, he probably listened to a lot of Wiz Khalifa. I mean, it's just like when Lil Wayne was the hottest thing. You think about how many artists around here would sound like Lil Wayne.
A lot.
Drake.
Yeah.
Think about how many artists around here sound like Drake.
A lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, people have ties to who they listen to, so I mean.
I think people here are just looking for. I think part of what they're looking for is for him to acknowledge, give back, do something. And I feel like to a certain extent they have a right to feel that way, but two, again, Nahmir is 20 years old. He's young. He got up out of the city. He's doing what he wants to do. He's not thinking about going back. He just moved his mama to California, and his family actually have roots in Connecticut. Like he was born and raised here in Birmingham, but his mom and all his aunts and cousins that he grew up with are from Connecticut. So I feel like it's a little the expectations there. How they're like, well, Ricky Smiley give back. Ricky Smiley is 50 years old. And been in the game a lot longer and has a lot more wisdom than a fucking YBN Nahmir. So come on.
You can't really compare the two.
You can't compare the two.
That man got 30 years in the game.
Absolutely. So I want to go back to opening up. He said he opened up doors for these Alabama rappers. I want to talk about people who are from the state who maybe have opened up the doors for him. So we took it all the way back to Lionel Richie and the Temptations who are from here. But let's talk about maybe the last 20 years in hip-hop from Alabama. We had Zoe B, who was under T.I.'s Hustle Gang at one point before he was killed in Montgomery. You had Rich Boy. I don't know of any rappers from Birmingham who have really... I mean, and you could say Gucci Mane, but a lot of us, I think, are over Gucci Mane because Gucci has never claimed us.
He's never claimed Alabama.
He's never, unless you want to talk about Alabama football, that's the only time he's ever claimed Alabama. But Gucci Mane is from Birmingham.
Yep,
Who else?
All right. Well, going from that, now you going to the indie artists and the artists that didn't get signed. I mean, well.
Who's some of the ones who made noise that I maybe forgot about because...
B.A. Boys.
I don't know about
Real
that.
Ruckus.
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay then. Birmingham J.
I know about Birmingham J.
Venus.
I know
Mr.
about...
Ha.
Birmingham J had a video on 106 in Park back in the day?
No. That was Lil Hayes.
See, I don't know who that is.
Lil Hayes. Yeah, with Ray J. Okay.
Somebody said, I saw on Facebook, and I felt like somebody was just capping a little bit. They said that Birmingham J had a music video on 160 Park. Now, I was like, I don't know if Birmingham J made it to number 10 that one day, like on a Wednesday, and that was it.
He did have a video, but no, his video wasn't on 160 Park. That was Lil Hayes. His video, and Lil Hayes is from Birmingham.
Okay.
Also, you got Dirty, like I said, out of Montgomery.
Okay.
And they were huge. It was huge. They still doing shows now. Oh man, who else we got here? You got ROA, who actually set the city on fire when they were doing their thing.
Nick mentioned
OMB Peasy.
But that's his generation.
Mm-hmm.
He's more current right now.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just talk about
Lil Blue.
So, but what we can say is that besides Ruben Studdard, who is not a rapper, he's a singer. Mm-hmm. Besides Ruben, Nick may be the only artist who has, not the only artist who's made it to a mainstream level, but maybe is known internationally. That's from Alabama.
Yes.
The only rapper. Unless you count Rich Boy, but I think at this point Nahmir's career is longer than what Rich Boy's was.
Right.
And Dobie's.
Right. Because
their career was very, very short-lived. Nahmir has been in the game a couple of years now, and he's now had songs with Wiz Khalifa, Gucci Mane, obviously Cordae and Almighty J.
Mm-hmm.
I know he did something with Bad Baby, which okay, but
I mean he's got a long resume now.
Right.
He's got a long resume.
So what do you think that he should be doing going forward? Well, one more thing before we get into that. I do want you to answer that question. One other thing that I wanted to speak on was the fact that a lot of people here feel as if Birmingham people are crabs in the barrels. They don't ever want to support blah, blah, blah. And I do think that there's some truth in that. However, I don't feel like that's just Birmingham. I feel like that's anywhere that you're from, any hood that you are from. If you talk to any of these people, the Jeezys of the world, T.I., any mainstream rapper who has made it out will talk about how you don't need to be going home too long because it's always going to be haters there.
Right. My thing is the way everybody feels. They feel like it's a race. Mm-hmm. I gotta be next, or I gotta be next. Mm-hmm. Or better yet, what you could do is help push the next person on. So you can get the spotlight here so they can discover you and that person and that person and that person too. Mm-hmm. Remember, there ain't just one person on from Atlanta. There's many artists on from Atlanta.
Plenty.
But you go to Atlanta and the competition is 5 times that of what's in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's way harder.
Yeah.
So what you do is you try to push it and get the next person on. Example, you had Bigger Rankin and Rap Juggernaut here. They was here a couple weeks ago.
You had who?
Rap Juggernaut. They were here.
Who?
Rap Juggernaut.
Who was that?
Quit asking questions, woman. Just follow along.
I feel like you making up stuff because this is what CJ does. CJ just be saying stuff sometimes.
Hold on.
Is this a person for real?
Matter of fact, big shouts out to him too, man. Hold on. Let me find this so I can put this guy in your face so you can see exactly who it is.
Because you said it too fast. No. Like you do when you playing around, so I didn't know if you was
I'm not
real.
playing. So I will come on your podcast and play around.
Well, CJ, you do play.
I'm checking out from Promo Vatican. This guy here.
He from Birmingham?
No, he's not from Birmingham. They're from the A. But they came over here to Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
And they came in and they went to the spot called Euphoria. They had a big old, they had all the artists out there performing. And Big Rankin got on the stage and actually said some real stuff. He was like, I don't get this. What's going on down here in Birmingham? Like, what's going on with y'all? He's like, in Atlanta, you have an artist on stage. You had everybody over here cheering them on. Hold on. You had everybody cheering them on. But he said, down here, you got this guy up here, he giving you his best show, and everybody standing off in the corner like, we finna get ready to, everybody finna get ready to fight. He was like, do I need to have on a vest or something? Like, do I need to be scared to be here? He was like, Man, come on, y'all. Come on. Hey, man, y'all come on from back there. Everybody come over here to the stage, man. He told dude go back up there. He did his song. And then everybody finally started coming along and actually supporting everybody once they got up on the stage.
Okay. And now, I really hate comparing Birmingham to Atlanta. A lot of people do that just because we're 2 hours away. We're the next closest city to Atlanta,
Next
essentially.
closest city.
But I feel like that's a false comparison just because Atlanta is what it is because it has built an economy off of the music and entertainment industry. Birmingham has not. So, of course, you're going to have people in Atlanta who get it. They know how to support. They know how to, make moves that people here do not because they haven't been exposed to the way in which to do that. So, my question is this. Mm-hmm. Is Birmingham unique in that way that you feel like you have the people here are essentially haters?
It's a lot of haters.
I agree. But do you feel like that is it more here versus a St. Louis versus Columbus, Ohio versus...
I won't say it's more here versus any other city because they are here. And they're over there, and they're in that city, and that city, and that city too.
There's haters no matter where you go.
They're going to be there.
But people really act as if Birmingham is like this one unique place that, like, it's like it don't exist at this level anywhere else.
But it can exist. The problem is, like I said, everybody's all spread out, and everybody has this, I got to be first mentality. No, I gotta be first. Oh man, he on. Well, now I gotta be next. I gotta be next, and I gotta be next. And when it comes to the person that does get on next, just like you said earlier, going on about Nahmir saying that he didn't put this on, then everybody else starts feeling like, hey man, you gotta put me on, or you're supposed to put me on. You're supposed to put. No, you're supposed to be fulfilling the deal of your contract.
So what do you think that Nahmir needs to do moving forward?
What he needs to do moving forward
as an artist who is from Birmingham and who has had supporters from here.
What he needs to do moving forward as an artist from Birmingham, keep shining. That's what you do. You keep shining. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep making hit records and keep going. Don't slow down because of some doggone haters. Okay? Don't slow down. Look here. Matter of fact, speaking of Nahmir, you know one factual thing I can tell you that he did do?
Who?
Nahmir.
Okay.
In the past year, he had 2 platinum hits.
Mm-hmm.
2 platinum hits.
Mm-hmm.
When his team was able, you know what they did? They sent plaques out to all the DJs that supported the records.
They did.
Across
all
the
of y'all up
country.
here got one. I don't have
To everybody.
plaques of of his song Rubbing Off the Paint.
Rubbing Off the Paint.
Everybody up there got a plaque. I'm jealous.
No, Rubbing Off the Paint and Bounce Out With It. Wasn't just one, it was 2. Now, never have I seen any artists, I'm talking about artists that are platinum artists that's been out. I ain't never seen no artist do that before, ever.
Give plaques
They
here?
usually give plaques to the PDs, music directors. No, they sent them to all the DJs.
I mean, you got to. You from Birmingham. Why would you?
But keep in mind.
Do you feel like that happens to other artists who are from there? Like if you think about Anthony Hamilton, who was from, I forget what city he's from. I think Charlotte. Mm-hmm. He's from North Carolina. Mm-hmm. Do you think that at the beginning of his career he sent out plaques to all the local radio stations?
Nope.
Okay. That's not the norm. Because honestly, I thought that was kind of the norm. Maybe not the norm. Maybe I didn't think about it enough.
They may have sent them to, again, the program directors, music directors, so on and so on. No. Never has the entire mix show squad received 2 plaques from one artist.
Yeah.
And I got a picture of them lined up.
No, everybody up here had one and was posting on social media. I was real jealous. I wanted one.
Never has that ever happened before.
Yeah, that's
and my
dope.
thing is, big shouts out to everybody over at Atlantic, Sam Crespo, Muhammad Ray's out. Man, hey, I appreciate y'all doing that for the DJs, period. Mm-hmm. The whole YBN team, everybody, shouts out. Guns, what up, man?
Hey, Guns. Okay. Well, is that how we're gonna wrap up talking about YBN Nahmir? That branched off into a conversation about local artists.
Yes.
Haters.
All this stuff.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, YBN, Nahmir, hey, whole team, keep shining, keep doing what you're doing, keep moving forward. Eventually come back home and give us a show.
Come back home.
Come back home and give us a show. But in the meantime, once you get done with that show, ain't no sense of hanging around. Get back on the road and keep doing what you're doing. Keep shining.
He's in Europe right now.
There you go.
I was trying to get him. I was hoping that I can get him a call in on the show, but you know, kids, you're in Europe, you living your best life. So I wasn't gonna press the issue too much, but I was definitely hoping I could get him on the call. But maybe next time, hopefully next time he's in the city, I can actually get him physically here in the studio to do the podcast with me live, and we can have a real conversation about everything.
There you go.
All right, Nick, I hope to see you soon, and I'm gonna play a song. I'm gonna do some I'm gonna do a YBN Nahmir song. It's not in the system. I'm surprised. Only song that we have in here is
But bounce out with it.
I don't like bounce out with it. I want to do Cake.
Man, what's wrong with you?
I like Cake. And then I feel like bounce out with it is old.
Man, bounce out with it was the joint.
That was the joint. That man fucking all these nucky nigga shit. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I'm gonna play something else. Let's see.
Play some dog. Dive off the stage. Dive off the stage. Dive off the stage in the crowd. Let me quick. See, that's one of my own personal songs there. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing about that.
Don't.
You ain't ready for that yet.
You
ain't ready for that.
You right.
It's gonna be my new record, man. Kill everybody but yourself. Kill everybody but yourself. If y'all can see the look on her face.
Cause I don't know what you're talking about. Hold on, I'm trying to see is this the. Where's the song? Cake isn't even listed as one. He got a song called "Fuck It Up with City Girls."
Yes, that's the joint too.
I don't think I've even heard it. Let's go ahead and play that. I know I'm a bad guy, sister. I just like.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I mean, I should be knowing, but I don't. I be out the loop sometimes. Do I want to play both? I want to hear this song first. I may play both. I'm gonna play "Fuck It Up" with the City Girls featuring Tyga. Okay, Let's see. I did know he had a song with Tyga. I didn't think I realized the City Girls was on here. Let's check it out. Let's see what this talking about right here.
She bad, but clumsy. She want the bag and the money. Late nights, no talking. Pay the price, she walking. Hey, she gon' fuck it up. She gon' fuck it up. Hey, she gon' fuck it up. She gon' fuck it up. Hey, she gon' fuck it up. She gon' fuck it up. Hey, she gon' fuck it up. She gon' fuck it up. I walk in, hella fly, helicopter all on me. I told her she could bag it up. I keep that chopper on me. I got weed on me.
And Nahmir 205's own Nick. That's what I call him. That's my little honey. Look, I'm tired of seeing you grow up on the internet. He's not a baby no more. He is like a little grown man. No. His braces are off now, and I just am like, I can't handle it.
No, we ain't misfits no more. We big. We big.
He's a big boy now. I gotta get out my feelings. But I'm ready to see you in person, Nick. So come home soon. All right. All right. So that's gonna be the end of our show. CJ,
yes.
Let people know where they can find you on social media.
Hey, you can find me across all social media at CJ Tha Sticman. No K.
Alright. That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Alright, well, you guys already know where you can find me on social media at I Am The Real CoCo. You know, tell everybody about this podcast. Your mamas and your aunties, cousins, baby mamas, sister, your roommate. Everybody need to know about the podcast. You can find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, Stitcher. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, CoCo's Tea is there. Alright? So make sure that you guys also hit me up on my social medias at I Am The Real CoCo. And, wait, I said I Am The Real CoCo and CoCo's_TEA. I'll see you guys next time.
Trying while I'm just doing all the noises and shit in there.
Hey, CoCo be going live, 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 CoCo be going live. Every day I'm tuned in, CoCo be going live. Shawty got it jumping like Freak Neat back in '95. So tune in 9, peep everything you ain't get to see. I don't know what you usually doing, but the way you wanna be. Off work, stuck in traffic. Boss got you tweaking, bending over backwards. Ay, you in school trying to get by. Ay, like make you wanna say fuck the classes. Trust me, I feel you stressing, baby, ain't nothing realer. Don't lose the madness, just relax while CoCo get it cracking. From ATL out to California, don't trip, gon' take a moment, just listen to CoCo, she keep the speakers blasting. CoCo be going live,